In this video, we'll look at quick examples using CFOP. Before we begin, the examples are explained differently, but the tips are applicable for each level. Be sure to check the timestamps to find the level that best suits you. Also, when scrambling, make sure it's white top, green front. Alright, let's grab our cube to get solving. We'll first start with beginner examples where you've recently learned it but kinda struggled to adapt. For this one, we'll focus on cross and F12 fundamentals. Here's the first example. On white, the red and green cross edges are adjacent to each other, which are solved after aligning to the centers. Going back, we notice there's an orange cross edge at the front. So what we can do is bring these two to the opposite side, move orange down so they're placed in a way that they are solved in one move. Then sledge the blue one in. Onto F12, we'll go with the blue-red pair by moving the corner away and taking the edge out. However, we can also see this free orange-green pair. So instead of locking in the pair that we just went for, we can easily insert this joined pair. Then back to the blue-red, hiding the corner, edge aside, insert, and that nicely gives us a free split pair. Onto red-green, the corner stuck in its slot, so align the edge, hide, bring the corner above it, and simply insert. For OLL, it's an L case. When aligning last layer cases to the correct angle, don't rotate, instead turn the top layer. This also applies finding F12 pieces. HOLL, top layer oriented, onto PLO, no headlights, then a UB perm. Next example. The white cross looks okay, but let's try another color like yellow. So yellow is a lot easier. We can bring this red cross edge down. Again, we could solve these right away, or bring the orange edge to the front and red at the back, blue, then green down, so they're set up to be solved in one move. Our first pair is blue-orange, but let's turn the top, and look at that, there's a free split pair. Back to blue-orange, then red-green, and finally orange-green. Now you might be wondering, you're going too fast. Well, yes, but that's because we want to train our brain to identify and do it quickly without thinking as separate steps. Then onto OLL, PLO, to a UA perm. Alright, so onto the intermediate examples where you're getting used to it but still not comfortable with F2L, and that's what we're focusing on. Here's the scramble. For white, we can bring either the blue or the green cross edge first. I'll choose blue. Orange down, align the cross, then red like this. For F2L, we see this orange-blue pair. Similar to the cross, we want to play around F2L in various ways, not in autopilot. Let's try turning the top, and it creates a pair. But don't just take it out and solve it, that's a lot of moves. Instead, open the slot RU to R prime and undo. Onto blue-red. Now there's this joined orange-green pair, but the edge is flipped. Many cubers may not know how to solve this, but the one I recommend is L prime, U to L2 to set up into a joined pair, into reinserting the pair that we just taken out. This one solves it at the back, but we should be able to do it for every case at any angle. Then OLL to a UB perm. Next one. The white cross pieces are weirdly placed. First, align the blue cross edge. However, solving this first would make the orange edge worse. Instead, move this to the orange center, solve blue, red, then orange, finally the green edge. For F12, we'll go with the blue-red And we also see the orange-blue edge with a solved corner, which is better. The reason is that the edge is oriented, which can be solved without rotating. The way you can tell is by checking its top sticker. If it matches the front and back centers, then it's good. Whereas for the green-orange edge, it doesn't, so it's a bad edge, which requires a rotation. So for this case, we can solve it by bringing the cross edge up to the back, the edge to the back, and realigning so it creates this block. Then onto blue-red, so we could solve it from here, but we'll just do it with a rotation. Red-green, and we end up with this bad case. To solve it, do a sledge into this case from earlier, but at the front. Separate into creating the pair, and reinserting the one that we just took out. Here, OLL to a GB perm, making sure the turning should look butter smooth. Okay, so now we're on the advanced level where you've basically mastered the steps, but there are still some useful tricks for cross and F2L. First, advanced scramble. As usual for white, we could solve either the red or the green edge first, but which one? If we solved red then green, this corner on the red edge would be unsolved. However, with green first, this creates a block and also sets up the blue cross edge. And here, instead of finishing the cross like this, what we can do is insert the red-green edge, and after aligning it, gives us a solved pair. This is called an X-cross, and we'll learn it in the later videos. So onto F2L, we have two pairs to choose from. We pick the orange-green pairs since they are separated and are usually better. Then blue-red. And we have this flip edge F2L case. There are a few ways, but the one I prefer is take out the edge with F move, which sets up a split pair, and OLL to an AB perm. Finishing with the last scramble. White cross is pretty simple. We want to bring the blue edge across, solve green, then red, and we also notice the orange edge here. So bring these to the opposite centers, bring orange down, and align the cross. For F2L, we'll start with the orange-blue since this edge is oriented. Take out, insert to the back. Now we have this joint pair but facing up. So bring the corner to the back, sledge into inserting the pair, and also sledge for this blue-red pair. Finally, solve this case. And we wrap up with OLL to an E perm. Okay, great work for walking through the examples, and hopefully by applying one tip at a time, you'll be able to get good with CFOP. Alright, take care and have a great day.